Hey, what up, family? What's going on? It's Todd from No Picks Podcast.
Hey, good afternoon, family. This is Joe, No Picks Podcast.
All right, so today we have another clip from TikTok, of course, um, of a mother talking to a father about her disagreements regarding the discipline of their teenage child. So basically, we're going to play a clip, stop it periodically, have a conversation about it, and then when it's all over, we'll have a larger conversation about it. All right?
All right, sounds good. Here we go.
Child. How come it's a problem every time he go with you somewhere? What's going on?
It's not a problem. It's not a problem at all. Hold on, hold
Come
on.
on.
Hold on. It's not a problem. Every time he come with me and I chastise him about something, he want to get in his feelings and shoot you a text message.
Okay.
He want to go back home.
All right. But the thing is, you run your house like a boot camp. That's why your other kids ain't happy there.
No,
He's not used to that.
I run my house with structure and discipline. That's what I run my household with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that you're not doing a good job of that, but that's what I run my house with. And when he get in his feelings, he want to come home because I chastise him.
Right. But he don't do that there. I do everything here. I clean his room. I do the dishes. I clean up. He don't do that. That's why he don't ever want to be there. He don't want to be at your house because you run that shit like a fucking boot camp, man.
You can't be serious. How you gonna raise a young man like that? He ain't gonna be able to know how to fend for himself. Cook, clean, mow the grass. He ain't gonna be able to do none of that shit.
He can do other stuff. He can do other stuff.
Who's teaching him?
I'm teaching him.
How you?
He still got to learn how to be compassionate towards others and be nice to others.
Listen,
you're doing too much on him,
I'm
man.
not doing too much. You're raising this boy to be too goddamn soft, man.
What you mean by soft?
Look at the rate.
Hold on, bro. We're gonna let the rest rock out after this because it's a 3-minute clip. But hold on, bruh. Pause, literal pause, because I'm like, we could start talking about some stuff now. Oh my God, bruh.
You know what's funny? If a man watching this with children and a woman watching this with children sees this probably two different ways.
And that's sad, ain't it?
And that's very, very sad.
It's sad. Well, and maybe sad is. I think it's sad, but maybe that's just how we are, and so this is why both energies are necessary.
Right,
you know what I mean? But as a man, it is sad because he's talking about I clean his room, I do the dishes, he does everything. So you're coddling your child. You're not teaching him how to do for himself. You're not giving him structure. You're not giving him chores. You're not showing him how to contribute into a household, how to clean up after himself. And then you're not reprimanding him for BS and giving his dad crap because talking about he run his house like a boot camp.
Right.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, this is bad, bro. This is the difference between men and women. It's like women are made to nurture and comfort and coddle. And this is where you get the men to, make discipline. Men are made to show like, hey, you know what? The world doesn't care about your feelings, son or daughter. The world doesn't care about that. The men are supposed to show you like, listen, it's ugly out here. And I got to show you how to act properly in the house, how to conduct yourself as a proper young person so that the police don't have to do it later.
Right.
And
right.
I don't get it.
Statistically, and we know this because we've talked about it before, but you can look it up. Statistically, in single-parent households, the child does better when the child is with the father.
Yes.
If the child is left to the father, it's for whatever reason, and we know many of those reasons, but the child does better. Yeah. There are some statistical disadvantages that does not apply to a child who was raised by their parent as a single parent. We do better because we don't parent with we do with our emotions, but not as much as women. Right. We don't parent with that feminine energy. We don't coddle. We don't deflect accountability. We don't do that. Live your life as you see fit. Live and let live. Free spirited energy. No. Accountability.
Right.
Duty. Responsibility. That is how we run our households because we need our children to be competent. And if you have a boy, it's even more important that boy spends. If y'all not together, the mom and the dad, it's even more important that boy has time with his father because he's not going to get that from mom. He's going to get that BS that we see in this clip that his mom is saying. That's what he's going to get from home. But that boy, if without that father, that boy's going to be weak.
There's nothing that the mom can do. Like even if the mom is tough and whatever the case is, even if the mom is a disciplinarian and she don't take no, there's at a certain point in a boy's life. He knows physically he can win.
Right.
So that whole like, oh my God, I'm so scared of mom. You need that physical presence to be like, I'm not saying dude's not even talking about spanking his kid or nothing. He's not talking about doing none of that. He's just like, listen, I run this house with structure and discipline. You need that, and you need that physical male presence to be like, yo, worst case scenario, me and you got a problem. Worst case scenario, what the mom gonna do? The mom gonna call the dad.
Right. Probably call the dad. Right. And what if that child says, make me? As a father, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be like, I've been waiting for you to say them words.
Right.
Boop, boop, bat, bat, bat. When you wake up, like, go do them dishes. Like when you get up off that ground, go do them dishes like I told you to do. You playing with me.
You know my situation, right? But this is a fear that I have in my own life, right? Like I have my ex or whatever. We have a son together, and he's getting older. He's about to be 8 soon. And the older, like, he already knows now that I can get away with stuff with mom that I can't get away with dad.
Right.
So eventually, I fully imagine when he's this kid's age, this kid's look in the young little, he about what 14, 15, 16, something in that age group. When he gets around that age, what kid or what person, period, wouldn't choose to go with the parent that'll let them do whatever they want to do? Of course they're going to choose that because they can do whatever they want with you, and there's no consequence. If I go with dad, then you know what? Dad going to have me. I can't do whatever I want. I got to clean up after myself. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to wash up at a certain time. I got to turn the TV off. I got to go to bed at a certain time. I got to wake up at a certain time. I can't just stay in bed and play video games. If he and that's the fear that I live with now. Eventually, because when he's with me, I'm like, bro, you can't do this. You can't do that. And he, oh man, like of course what kids do, right? But he also comes and he's starting to say now, hey, I want to go over mom's house. And I'm like, nah, you ain't, this is my time. It's me and your time together. Because when I tell him no, it triggers something in his mind. Like he's telling me no, but my mom will never tell me no.
Right. Oh God, bro. And that's where I would say when you have a household, when both parents are in that household, if both the parents aren't on the same page with discipline, the kids can see that and they'll feed off of it and they'll exploit it. Dad said no, so I'm gonna go ask mom. Mom said no, so I'm at. If they know that you guys are not on the same page with your parenting, kids are smarter than we think they are. They will play off of that. Same reason why if you are in the same household, you guys also have to be on the same pace. Because when the mom is like trying to overstep on when the dad's disciplinary actions, or the dad is being like when you guys show that you're not a joint effort like a team, kids exploit that, and it's also to the kids' detriment too because they see the instability with that too. So, but to keep it to the single, yeah, bro. I listen. Let's let this clip finish, and then we have plenty to share. But I think we took a nice break. But damn, bro, this is crazy. I don't even know how this is gonna finish. But let's see, and let's talk. Good Lord.
Where he gonna end up being a felon on the street, right? A fucking mama's boy don't nobody want,
right?
Or you gonna end up being gay. One of the three.
Okay, but you already have a son that's gay.
But I didn't raise him. But that's just my opinion.
So you saying I'm raising him, I'm turning him to be gay.
That's not what I'm saying. See, you trying to change the whole narrative. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about me disciplining my son and you not being an interference. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, right. Look though, that's not how I discipline though.
He could be whatever he could be whatever he want to be. Let's get that straight.
Okay. But you too hard on him. You too hard on him.
I'm supposed to be hard on him. That's wrong with these kids.
Why you think your other kids don't want to come? You too hard on them, man. That's too much. Let them be a kid.
So I got to be the fall guy because I want to be hard on my kids to make sure they turn out right. Better than I did.
Look, come on, baby. Right. Come on, get out the car.
Oh my gosh.
What? Get out the car? No. Come on. Bruh.
Really, son?
Come on. Mama take care of you. I'll take you shopping later on, okay?
See what I'm talking about? That's the type of shit I'm talking about. That type shit.
Man, Quez, go on. We don't need that shit. Go on. Go on about your business, man. We don't need that. Because the thing is this, bro. At the end of the day, I take care of them. All I asked you to do was to step in and give him something.
That's all I'm doing. That's my son, man. That's all I'm trying to do is be there for him and raise him right.
You don't got to discipline and yelling him out.
I ain't had my father in my life, okay? So I know what it feels like, but I need to raise him and discipline him and show him the right way. Better than I did. You feel?
No, I don't agree with you on that part. I don't agree with you on that part.
You can't be serious, man. That's bullshit, man.
Man, just go on go. I'll take care of my son from here. We don't need you.
Okay.
We good.
We don't need you?
Keep that same
Bro, this video got me so upset at 12:22 in the afternoon, bro. I'm so angry just off this clip, bro. I'm so angry right now just for the father, for that son, at this mom that I've never met in my life, bro.
And of course, listen, the son was like, of course was gonna rock with her. Because he's like, yo, I can do what I want to do with my mom. Like, it's a no-brainer. I would do the same thing if I was a kid.
Right.
It's a no-brainer. Any child will do the same thing. Go with the parent where, like, I ain't really got to do nothing. I could just chill in the house, eat Flamin' Hot Cheetos all day, be on Instagram, be on TikTok, be on YouTube, and do nothing. Of course, the boy kid or the girl kid is going to go with the parent that lets them do whatever they want.
Right. Of course. As a child, of course. You don't know any better. You don't know. And it's so we didn't react to this clip, and I wish we had now, because this falls perfectly in line with the clip that went viral a few months ago. Remember that clip when Charleston White was saying single parent mothers are ruining our kids, and that they should be with their fathers, and this, and he talks about this too, and he's like, listen, I'm telling y'all, these single moms are ruining our kids because they need to be with their fathers. You need that father to give them that energy, that masculine energy to kick, to like straighten them up and make them competent, and like they're hurting our kids. And when I think about that situation, I think about moms like this. It's funny because they will raise these kids, and then the women around will complain about these man-childs. Men don't know how to be men. Why they just want a mom? Why? Because this is how some moms are raising their sons. You as a woman, listen, no disrespect, no one is better than the other. We both need each other. There's a yin, there's a yang, there's masculine, there's feminine. A woman cannot teach a boy how to be a man.
Literally impossible.
You cannot teach a boy how to be a man. He needs his father, or he needs a strong, masculine, positive figure to do that. Otherwise, you're
like the woman, the mom has no idea how to handle that male bully.
Right.
She cannot tell her son, "Hey, this is what you do." You can't do it because you haven't lived it.
Right.
And there's a difference between men and women. Women bully differently than men.
Right.
So that just is what it is. Women they'll be catty, and it's just
right.
You can't do it, yo. There's nothing you can say or do. There's no movie you can watch. Listen, the dad, I've been there as a child on the playground, heart pumping, like, oh man, this bully's in front of me. What do I do? I can tell my son, hey, this is what you do because I was there. Win, lose, or draw, this is what you do. And I was told by an older cousin who went through the same thing. I was raised by my grandma. My grandma couldn't teach me that.
Right.
My aunts couldn't teach me that. My aunts raised me too. They weren't there. They couldn't teach me that.
Right.
There's nothing they could like.
Real.
Well, you know what? I do remember living with my mom once, and she this is what she told me. I was in South Philly. I had to be like, because I lived with her for a small period of time, but the majority of my life was my grandma mom's. We were living in South Philly, and this bully, I kept coming home and my mom, hey, mom, this bully, blah blah blah. His name was Avery, I think his name was, and I'm like, yo, she was like, you know what you do? You bite him. I went to school next day and bit this nigga, bro. Niggas laughed me out of school. I was getting laughed at every fucking day, bro. Because we were fighting in the playground like we were, because he was the bully, right? And I was never trying to fight. We fight the next day. He like slammed me. I bit this nigga in the chest, and I just like I bit down and chomped down as hard as I could.
Yeah. And
he's like, it was like little bit. He was like screaming and crying and all that. In my head, I'm like, I won. I come home like, hey mom, I bit him. She's like, oh, you bit him? She's like, yeah, that's what you get. I come home to everybody's fucking laughing at me, bro. Everybody's laughing at me. The girls, the guys. I was a goddamn leopard in school for like a leopard. Niggas laugh, and because I didn't have a male figure around. My mom told me to bite him, and she like bite him as hard as you can. You know how she specifically was like, like a pit bull. You just go, argh, and I was like, that's what I did, and I got laughed at all of first grade and second grade until I left that school, laughing straight up.
Yeah, I'd probably laugh too, bro. Like that's the hell. He bite people. What you gonna do? Bite me every time I look at it again. Every time. What up, Pac-Man? What you doing, bro? I'll give you some kind of nickname.
My mom had no idea. My mom had no idea how to teach me how to go in the world in that situation. She had no idea. Now, thank God, when high school came, I was under a different influence. I had an older cousin that showed me like, hey, this is what you do. And I was perfectly fine after that. But early grade school years, bro.
Right.
That's the nigga that be biting motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Let's laugh at him. Girls laughed at me, boys laughed at me. Everybody knew I was the dude that was biting motherfuckers.
Oh my God, bro. It's crazy because the father said, oh, I got to make him be competent. I got to turn him into a man. I got to make sure he can do what he got to do. He can function in society. And I feel like we often talk about this. There's a reason why why the epidemic of fatherlessness in our country is creating soft, weak, feminine men. It is.
What kind of boy you think this kid's going to turn out? If that dad
He's going to be weak. He's going to process his emotions like a woman, because think about it. If you don't have that man around him, especially a man who practices like stoicism or is the anchor for the family and knows how to stay calm, because if he's not calm, it goes off the rails. He has to make sure he can't lose his judgment. He has to stay rational. Like, we are the anchors of our families. When you remove that anchor and that kid is being raised by a mom like that, that kid he will process his emotions like a woman. That will be a feminine male, because he doesn't know how to. He's seen his mom process her emotions the way she does,
right?
And without that masculine energy to balance that out and be like, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing? You do? Are you a man or well? Let me not offend the Transformers, but it's like, yo, are you like, what are you doing? Like, I don't know, man. This frustrates me, bro, because fathers, we are the anchors, and when you remove the father from that household, you get this collapse in society that we see is already happening, bro.
Tell me if you agree with this. The problem that the reason that this isn't a big deal in general, right, is because today we're told to believe and trained to believe that the female way of handling problems is the proper way of handling problems. The female way of processing emotions is the proper way to process emotions. Because if men aren't emotionally available, whatever the hell that means, like a woman is emotionally available, then you're doing it the wrong way. Schools teacher, like the proper way of handling problems, emotions, and all that stuff is the female way of doing things. The masculine or male way of doing things is inherently somehow negative and bad. But the feminine way of doing it is inherently somehow right. So men and women should basically today in society handle all our problems through the female prism and look at it how a competent adult female that's emotionally available should handle things.
No. Once again, if women, not all women, but we're talking about our country, we're here in America, Western society, all this feminist BS. If you cannot define what a woman is, you cannot tell me how to be a man. You cannot tell me that I have to act and function and look at the world and conduct myself exactly like you would in certain situations. I'm sorry, it is a joke. One side is scared to even define what a woman is. You can't even define it anymore. That's how scared they got y'all. If you can't do that, don't tell me how to parent my child. Don't tell me how to be a man. No, I rebuke, and I wish I had the Kevin Samuels soundboard. I rebuke. Like, you can't tell me, bro. Like, I agree with you, bro. I completely agree with you, brother. Like, this is a huge problem. They've demonized masculinity, and they've tried to make schools are so feminine. Like that's why our boys are failing in school, because schools are such a feminine space that it's not really conducive to a young man's growth, development, and learning. It's just not. We're failing our boys. It's nothing but filled with women. You know what I mean? There's rarely any men around in there as well. So then you have boys being raised by their grandmas or their moms. There's all this feminine energy, and our boys are becoming feminine, bro. Feminine. That we can't sit here and be surprised as to why our boys are so violent now, why they're quick to shoot each other over nothing. Oh, you stepped on my shoe. Pat, pat, pat. That's it. Just impulsive, just pure emotion, not logic, no reason. No, like, yo, let me think about my life. Is it worth this moment? Is it worth my J's? Is it worth this? I got a job going on. I'm trying to do, like, bro, this is, oh God, this clip got, yeah, go ahead. I'm just mad.
Women think that the way they handle problems is the correct way to handle it, period. There is no discussion about it. Like, that's just what it is today. Like, women think, hey, if men were more emotionally available, aka more like women, the world would be a better place.
No, it would be horrible. I would hate to live in a world like that, bro. I'm sorry. I would. And the thing is, I'm not saying we need both. We need that balance for sure, but I feel like they're trying to throw that balance off and say, no, we need more of this side. It's like, yo, you're creating weak men. Men are the leaders. See, the thing is, I've always felt like men are leaders, but women are influencers, right? So men are leaders, but women influence. So when they all get on the same page with this feminist bullshit, with this modern parenting, with this, like, when the sisterhood, I call it, they all get on the same page and defend and promote the same bull without seeing how it's negatively affecting society. And they will ride and die on that hill, bro, together. And I hate that. I hate that they have so much influence on each other like that.
5 years from now, this kid will be on Instagram crying for something. Maybe he got a speeding ticket or something, and everybody's going to say, wow, what happened? What happened is what's happening to most men today, is that
right.
They get coddled by women who don't have men themselves. Right. They have no idea how to face adversity, and they just curl up into a ball and they cry and they cry and they cry, and that's okay for women to do in society because we cater to women. A man, a woman crying in the street You walk by, you're like, you think, hey, what's wrong? Like, is everything okay? Can I help you? Blah, blah, blah. A man crying in the street, you walking right past that man. You ain't got nothing to say to him. You don't care. That's the difference. We can't raise men to be more like women because they're not more like women. They're not looked at society as more like women.
We're not exactly. We're not
treated the same. How many female or women domestic violence shelters are there? Thousands. Bro, I looked this up. There's like 5 throughout the whole country of men in the same 5 throughout the whole country.
Right.
They don't care. We don't care.
Men have the highest suicide rates. Men are killing themselves at alarming rates. Men are like more likely to be imprisoned, more likely to be, participate in violent crime. There's so many statistics against men that it's just like, if we're not raising our boys to be competent men, they're going to be these statistics. They're going to be these men who get effed over this way or delete themselves or who lash out at a moment that if they had just had a little more mental clarity and rational thinking would have avoided the situation. You know what I mean? Instead of acting so emotionally. And you know what's crazy, bro? It's like then they raise these boys to be the type of men that they want. Men who are going to obsess over them, who are going to simp after them. They might become a son husband is what the term is now when mother raised their boys to like be like their husbands because they ain't got a man. And so they sleep in bed with the children sometimes. They're like cuddling with the kid. The kids they're going on dates with their sons. But they basically, these women are raising these men who are raising them to be men that they're not really attracted to. Men who are obsessed with them, men who simp, men who listen to everything they say, men with no backbone, men who are emotional, men who are feminine. Like, they're raising their boys to be this way. And it's like, how can you raise a man? First of all, you don't even know what a real man is because you probably didn't have one in your life. If you didn't have your father in your life, you don't know what a real man is. So you're raising your son to be this figment of your imagination of what you think a man is. And he's going to grow up to be a simp or a loser or a man that no woman wants. Seriously. Like, we're ruining our boys, man. They're not even becoming competent men, and then they complain men ain't nothing. We got all these men. Once again, you guys are raising these boys. You're raising these men. And specifically in the black community, if we can speak for our community, we have 80, 85% of our let's say 75 just to be safe. About I said 75% of our boys are being raised in single parent households, mostly by the mom. And then we complain about our men. We complain about the state of our men and how incompetent they are. But y'all are raising them. And you see what she said at the end of that video. Go ahead, we don't need you.
Right.
That for me let me know exactly what I need. Exactly. When you don't feel like a man is necessary, this is the mentality that you have.
That's how they feel. Because let me tell you, because my ex said the same thing to me. I just asked her randomly.
That's crazy.
I asked her randomly in court. We weren't beefing at the time, but I asked her randomly in court one day because we were, doing the custody thing. And I'm like, yo, let me ask you a question, just for my curiosity. I was like, yo, do you think if I just disappear, he would be fine? Like, he would just, She's like, yeah, she's like, yeah, it wouldn't make it. I'm like, so just to be clear, if I just became like a deadbeat baby dad, and not been around, just go pay you child support, and that's that. So yeah, he'd be just fine. He has me. He has her sisters, her friends, what she call her sisters. He has his cousins and nephews, and I'm like, okay. It wasn't an argument. It wasn't a response. I was just genuinely curious as to what she thought the role was of his father in his life.
Right.
And it's indicative of the culture in general, because the culture obviously doesn't think men influences are needed at all.
It's sad, bro. It's so sad.
But they truly believe this shit, though. Like, they really.
I know they do.
He's gonna be just fine. He's gonna be masculine. He's gonna be this. He's gonna be that. He's not gonna be a mama's boy. He's gonna be. Nope. They believe this shit, bro.
You can't teach him to be. Oh God, bro. I'm sorry. Never in my life have I ever said, as far as parenting, have I said I don't need I don't need the mom to help me raise my daughter. I got 2 girls right now. Now, if I was all alone with them, let's say, God forbid, both moms disappeared for some reason, and it was just me and my girls, yeah, they'll be competent. They might be, they're going to be daddy's girls. They're going to be tomboys a little bit because, listen, I'm a man, so you're going to get some of that energy. But, they'll be competent, but I can't teach them how to be soft. I can't teach them how to, when that period comes, I don't know shit about fucking pads. I can't do the braid. I can learn. It's going to be hard, but juggling all the weight of providing for my entire family, keeping them safe, staying in a masculine frame, and then having to step outside of that to soften up a little bit to help my girls become I have to become soft to help my girls be soft. But it's but is that what I Is that what I want? You know what I mean?
But are you even capable of being
Can you? All men, most men don't even possess that ability to do that too. I'm saying, and because we have that, we're strong in our masculine. So you're right. Can you even do that? I will never sit here and say I don't need a mom. Go ahead, we don't need you. What? I do need you. Will I be okay without you? I'm going to be forced to. Will the ball keep rolling? Will the world keep moving without you in our lives? Of course, I have to keep moving forward with whatever cards I'm dealt.
Right.
But like, I need you here for my daughters. Like, I can't say I can be a mom, bro. I would never in my mind will I ever come out on Mother's Day and say, wish me a happy Mother's Day because I'm raising my daughters. What?
I'm a dad and a mom. Like,
what you mean? Bro, this video got me so angry, and I'm glad you shared this because we got a clip that hasn't come up yet, but we're not gonna highlight it. But it talks about parenting and the need for like why parenting is so different from like now and before. We're gonna upload that. I might have to be one of the first episodes because this conversation has to get up too, bro. Because we need fathers in our households. Um, please stop coddling your children, women. Like, please let the father, even if you, whatever you and the mom and see, I hate when parents fight and then they use the kids as like pawns. You know what I mean? It's just like whatever issues y'all got going on, that should have nothing to do with how we co-parent our children.
Right.
If we argue, try not to do that shit around the kids. If we have to talk some things out, don't let the kids see any of that. If we, you know what I mean? Like, you got to try to co-parent and make sure that child is going to be raised healthy, seeing healthy behaviors. Because what we got going on in the beef, maybe she cheated on me or I cheated. I don't care what the issue is.
Yeah.
We have to parent these children. Our issues have nothing to do with these kids. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't think they do it as a way to get back at the dad. I think they do it. They love their.
I think some of them
they love their kid and they want the best for their kid. But the ways in which men are wired to do that and women are wired to do it,
it's different.
Are different, and that's just is what the mom. I fully believe that mom loves her son with all her heart.
Right.
And she's doing what she thinks is best for him.
Right.
She doesn't want him to feel sad, even if he does something wrong. She wants him to feel, you did something wrong, but it's okay. Where the dad is like, no, you did something wrong, and don't do that shit again.
Don't do that again. Right. Right. What did you learn? Are you going to do that again? You know what I'm saying? Or how about, exactly. And then I'll throw this last thing in, and then if we want, we can wrap it up. But like, remember that situation where Dwight's video with him and his son? And he was training his son, and his son was like, I think it was an elliptical or like a bike. And his son was like, I can't go anymore. I can't do it. I'm tired. And Dwight's like, nah, keep going. Keep going. And Dwight's like pushing him. Clip went viral. Oh, that's horrible parenting. Oh, and I'm like, bro, Dwight Howard has played at the highest level of basketball, elite level. That man is a multi-millionaire. He is an all-star. He knows what it takes to be successful. He is pushing his child. He's making them comfortable. He's helping them push through stress, discomfort. You know, he's building his mental fortitude. This is how we train our boys to be men. And people are like, oh, that's horrible parenting. The child is shut the up.
Yeah.
In 10 years, that child's gonna be like, thank you, Dad.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's all right, man. Any final thoughts, bro? Because I'm still mad about this clip, bro. I'm so tight about this clip, bro. It frustrates me, man.
Yeah, it's bad.
All right, man. Well, that said, fam, we'll open it up to y'all. What did y'all think about this clip? Chime in on our conversation. The fatherlessness is going to be an issue that we're going to keep revisiting because it is a big problem in our country. We need fathers. Fathers, we love y'all. You are important. We need y'all. Even if you didn't have one and you became a man, a competent man, we respect you for that. Like, damn, man. So anyway, if we're good, Joe, like, subscribe. Let us know what you think. We're on the move. Yeah. And then until next time, man, y'all be safe.